Hello, it's been a while, and since I last did a video, which was, I know I put some videos on YouTube recently, one having a lovely in-depth look at JPEGs, and the other one was videos that I'd filmed last year in the Faroe Islands but not edited, so I put them up. But I'm in Ireland. I've moved over here over 6 months ago, last year in fact, and I've just been busy since I come over here, and even during lockdown I've been busy and trying to catch up with things. But now finally, actually this week, we're allowed to drive outside of our county. I'm in County Limerick, and I want to go down towards Dingle way because it's utterly beautiful down there, and I'm going to do some landscape photography. It's been a while. I've done the odd little things on my own locally, but it's been a long time since I've done a video, driven a little bit of a way, and the plan is to head down to Dingle, do a little bit of scouting. I've got a rough area in mind that I want to head. The forecast looks promising for tonight, but for the west of Ireland it's just, the weather is so changeable here. But I mean, compared to the Faroes, it's nothing, but still, it's very changeable. It looks promising tonight, and then the plan is, because sunset's around 10 PM and then sunrise is about 5 AM, so I'm just going to sleep in the car and then get some morning photography done. So that is basically it. I'm just packing up, going to head out the door for a nice drive. Yeah, it's been a while. Also, by the way, this is where I'm living currently. It's just it's not long term, but it's a lovely cottage out in the countryside in like a forestry type area. Very good. Also, like, I have to bend down all the time. Really annoying. One other interesting thing, over in Ireland they use a lot of fires. They don't really use gas over here, so you're either using oil, or a lot of people just use old school, like solid fuel, wood, coal, and this stuff. Now, if you never heard of it, it's called turf. And when I moved into this place, there was a whole load of it sitting here. It's just this peat bog, and they like cut it out the ground, dry it up. It doesn't look like it'll burn, but it does. So I've been going for a nice drive around Dingle on the south, from Dingle towards Dunkin Bay, and blimey, how beautiful is this! Incredible. But I'm just exploring. It's 7 o'clock now, and it won't get dark. Well, sunset is not till 10, so I've got a good few hours, and man, just got to explore this amazing place. I mean, I've been to Dingle before, but I've just not driven this little bit further, and it's even better, honest. Right, just carry on. I'm not actually travelling that far. I'm literally stopping at every little lay-by, because every view is just amazing down here. Carry on. Over 2 hours to sunset, but I think I found some potential. Oh yeah, keys might be handy. And you. Now, I'm viewing this more as an exercise than actually looking for an award-winning shot here. Just looking for a composition, something I can come back to at another point when I know the weather's going to be. And I feel for this one, height's going to give me the advantage with the view. So heading up here. Heading up there to get some height. Yeah. At the top of this very tiny hill, I shouldn't be out of breath. During this lockdown, I've just been doing loads of running, about 5k every other day, but not even always 5k, maybe just 3, maybe then I'm walking, but essentially I've been trying to run at the top of this hill, and it's pretty good views. Do you want to see? It's that view there that's the winner. Okay, I've decided to give up with the onboard camera audio, and I'm just kind of gonna talk you through it now. I don't remember what I was saying. I filmed this a couple of weeks ago, but I can see that I'm pointing at things. I think I'm pointing out the fact that there's some nice rolling hills, the cliff edges there, you can see in the distance that I'm pointing at, leave some nice peaks and troughs, and we have some nice splashy water cliff edgy bits. There's a little beach down there. I don't know what that hand gesture means, and yeah, I'm a rambler. I'm rambling on, and I'm looking at the sky. I think I'm pointing out here that that's where the sun is at the moment, and that's where the sun will be setting from, that side of this area, and then obviously shining across towards where I was pointing before. Stroke the beard a few times, some more hand gestures. To be honest, this was a very, very beautiful area. Need to learn to deal with the kind of the mic on the camera deal. I'm pointing down at these beautiful flowers and foliage and kind of growths that are in the hill here, and some really nice details and colours, and yeah, there's a lot to look at, but here's something I do say that's audible on camera. Starting now. Okay, I kind of got an idea of what I want to do. Okay, back to me on the VO, that is voiceover, and just going to talk you through this composition that I found upon. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna. Oh. Anyway, as I was talking before my body got in the way of interrupting me, this composition here, looking across the water here to the other side of the land, where we got the cliffs and the cliff edges and the little beach and all this, but what stood out to me were these slabs of rock kind of sticking out as I'm showing there with my hand gestures, and using them as part of the foreground, and using the direction because they're pointing across to the other side of the land there across the water, and using them as the foreground interest to make us look, and they're pointing across towards the cliff on the other side of the sea there. And then I'm at this point rambling on about wanting to use the 24mm, but it's not wide enough, so I'm using the 15mm, and that's too wide because of distortion and things like that. Yeah, I'm just rambling and pointing out more things. Again, I don't remember what I'm saying at this point. And then I remember that I was kind of chatting away here, and suddenly out the corner of my ear, I hear people. I look up, say hello, and get scared, and put the camera away. Goodbye. So, talking you through the settings I used, it was the Laowa 15mm at f11, and I normally punch in on the screen to manually focus. I then, well, you have to with that lens, it's a manual focus lens only. f11, ISO 50, and this shutter speed on this particular shot I'm going to show you happened to be 1/8 of a second, but the shutter time is something I adjust as the light changes. The other settings I normally keep the same. I didn't feel a need for a ND filter or a polarizer for this particular shot or composition I had. The light never got particularly good as I was hoping it would be, but here you can see the final best image from this composition. Okay, I'm abandoning that composition because the sky is just overcast there, but the other side here, what this guy here is actually telling you with the really long horrible hair due to the lockdown, is that behind me the light was gorgeous. It's hard to tell from this video, but I basically zoomed straight in on this little island, basic composition, f11, 1/3 of a second, and I made this lovely little triptych. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but just let me know which you think is better, left, middle or right. It'd be nice to find out what you think. That is the end of this new Republic of Ireland edition of landscape photography, and looking forward to doing some more. Hopefully sort out the microphone issues, but kind of enjoyed doing the voiceover thing. It's kind of nice, but yeah, hope everyone is well. Hit me up in the comments. It's been a long time, I know, really, since we've chatted, but all the best. Lots of love, Jamie. Ciao for now.